all that.
Right. So it's very moist.
Because I wish we would have stopped where you guys, because you probably were able to let your tent
awesome.
hang and dry a little bit before you packed
We
it
actually
up.
we got to hang.
So let me just get this straight for the record. You guys say we don't know about doing the fall, so we haven't even got on the water yet.
Yep.
Well, I think the falls is a different time.
I think we should have a boat.
Without Brian.
Right.
No, because every year it's the same thing, dude. It's the same thing. Before you even get in the water, you guys already get with the teasing, the badgering, and the mechanics.
Oh, you thought we were joking?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Oh, it happens every year. Oh, Allagash.
That is a pancake.
You're already trying to steal my pancake.
Thank you.
Blanket.
It's a man cake. It's a pleasure.
So do you want pancakes?
These are both yours.
Oh, I love Two Rivers. Oh, Daddy like. Oh, the size of that.
That's what you want, right? You want a camera in your face while you're eating.
Yeah.
And the sound effects.
That's gonna look good in 4K.
Yeah.
We're just checking in right now. Just getting our fees done for the old Allagash. Pay right here at the station. Truck's all loaded up, got gear ready to go. Again, Allagash Outfitters, you can find them online or you can give them a call directly. But a great service, we've used them for the last 3 years. And these are the roads we're going into. So they're all logging roads in the middle of nowhere. Gonna get in there and do the right thing. Get some water underneath us, get some canoes rolling. Yeah. Woo! So right here is like no all-terrain vehicles, no bicycles, no motorcycles, horses, personal tractors. So if it has a smoke on it, can't bring it, you know. But that's a very pristine area. Yeah. Day one, old Allagash. Up here with the boys again. 2016. Making the video. Yeah, baby. Made some good time today. These guys wanted to pull up a little early, but the rabbit wasn't having any of that. We went to a group discussion on about it, and we made next for 3 hours. Nice calm waters, came right across. We're at Sandy Point tonight. Ledges was full. We couldn't get there, but we tried. And that's what it's all about. You know, it's like the one cute girl and no one asked her for a date, you know? We're that guy, you know what I'm saying? This is the best spot. We got to try to get it if we can. And if we can't, so be it. But we end up 3 hours ahead in case we get rain tomorrow. It's going to turn out pretty well because paddling in the rain for 2 hours or 3 hours more like feels like, I don't know, 6 or 7. So we pushed ahead. Scrappy got the first fire started in no time. Got some birch bark going and everything. And yeah, we got a nice moon in the background and some guy over here bathing. But don't worry about him. It's just man time, you know. But a beautiful, beautiful full moon behind us. The canoe's all pulled up. We got a big lake off to our right. The stars are going to pop out tonight. I can't wait. And welcome everybody to Allagash 2016. Let's get some stars tonight. Let's do it. Let's do it right. So when you're pulling at night, the thing that you want to do is first start managing your time. Once again, pulling out all your gear, prioritizing your dry time on all your stuff, from your socks, your jacket, you know, what you're going to wear the next day, lay all that stuff out and get ready to go. Make some quick food. And these guys, even though they have canned gas with them, they chose to, no, we got to get wood. So we would go off in the woods and we'd be cutting down trees and limbs and this, that, and the other thing to make a fire so we could purify the water. But they have gas. They have these little kerosene things that could boil within seconds. But they never said anything. Just those little things as you go on during the week that you pick up on. You're like, oh, how could it have been easier? And especially if the whole day says rain? Oh. Hey, Mike, you got a bail bucket?
So, not an atypical day on the Allagash in the first few years. We jump in usually just after Churchill Lake, Churchill Dam, and we start paddling there. The rapids are first that you go to. We pick up the boats down at the Meadows area where we load in all our gear, and then we go on and usually make the ledges on the first night. And that's a camping spot that I highly recommend for the views and the look. The campsite that you just saw at night is pretty much the campsites and what they look like as you go along the whole lake. But you'll find the ones that you like. Sandy Point after ledges was really good too. Squirrel Pocket, Tower Trail, Five Finger Brook South. There's a little buggy. Deadwater North was gorgeous. But you'll find the different landings and the different sites that you have. But one thing you gotta remember, okay, the whole area up there, it is as they say it is. It's the Allagash wilderness, okay? It's not for the guy who's never been on a canoe, like myself, for a long period of time. It's for someone who has experience, understands, it's class 2 water, so it is white water. There's a lot of things that could happen, and even like assistance is very sporadic at the ranger stations and where you can go, where you can get help. So you can't really count on that. You got to count on your skills. Another thing, if you go in that water and it's cold water, that takes away the body heat really fast. So what I mean by that is you got to get in the canoe, get back out, paddle down to your spot, make a fire because you could get hypothermia. And again, you don't want to be calling, the local ranger to get you extracted or do anything else. So it's all about being aware of your own capabilities, and not only just your own capabilities, but the team's capabilities. So everyone that's on the trip should kind of be at the same level, or if not, have one or two novice guys on there that you can show way around. But again, it's the Allagash wilderness. What is recommended to do is radios. Another thing that we didn't have the first year, communications. We really need to have radios that you use, but there's no telephone communications. And you can send emergency messages to the radio dispatch, but they're only open during certain times of day. And you really got to read through everything that's on there. And it tells you the mileage too. There's a mileage chart, like in between, like Lock Dam and let's say Churchill Dam is probably about 20 miles. So you're planning out your miles correctly too, and which one's going to be easier or not easier, one of those type of things. Also, what you want to do with the Allagash is play it on a little bit more. Never think less. Always think, just a little bit more. Also, you'll get areas like you saw in the video before that, very placid, beautiful looks, beautiful sky, puffy clouds, just perfect temperature, about 70 degrees. You run into those days too. So you do get an experience where sometimes it's really good too. Mother Nature's with you. And I think the whole tone of the crew is different when it's favorable. So when you have enough food, when the weather is perfect, when there's less bugs, when the camping at night is easy because like you made it to your certain checkpoints. I remember we made it to ledges one year, way ahead of town. We actually had time to swim and like kick it around the campsite and not really do too much. Not like the first year and sort of like panic modes, get more wood, get more this. We don't know what we're going to need. We kind of had an inkling after a couple of times what it took to get someplace and the least amount of energy spent. Also, what comes in is how much the flow level of the water of the Allagash. So the greater the flow, the easier the trip, the less portage, the less time you're walking across the rocks. And again, gear-wise, you need the boots that go up to your knees in case you get out and you get into that water. You don't want to get wet, but you have to get in and drag that canoe a little bit because the water's low. So there's a lot of different reasons why the right gear, the right temperatures, the right climates, how they affect the trip as well. So let's look at a little bit more and see what we got as far as video. And that was basically let the visual speak for itself. Don't ever talk over bacon cooking on an open fire. That sound is like music, not just to you, but also the animals in the area when they smell that bacon, when you have to, you know, tie your stuff up and put it up in a tree or leave it on the canoe. That's real.
So we got some serious problems here right now. We're about 3 minutes into it. We find an abandoned canoe. Canoe's up on both sides of the water. The rapids are really taking it. Joe's out here trying to free it for him. Man, I tell you, it's nasty. Whoever says this is easy, it's not easy. So you got to be prepared. You got to have a good team. Man, coming up on the old Allagash. Well, today we did a few miles again by canoe. As you can see, it's pouring out right now. In the back of me, I got holes in my gloves. I got mosquito bites, bug bites, horsefly bites. I mean, you name it. All kinds of bites all over my legs. We're sitting here in the rain. The Allagash running behind us. But you know, we don't care. Because you know what? We made the Allagash. And the Allagash is good anytime. Not just in the sunshine, but also in the rain shine. So you got this beautiful, hot rain coming down. Some really amazing waterfalls off to the right of me. And you know what? You tell me. Is there a bad time or a good time to see stuff like this in nature? Absolutely not. So we did the right thing. We bugged out all day, pushed it hard, got chased by lightning, but we made it. Me and the Scoobs, we made it to the Allagash waterfalls. Here we are, living the dream. Living the dream, baby. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Get your waterfall on. Get your waterfall. Get it. Woo. That was a tough one today. So, got up early in the morning today here on the Allagash and paddled about 15 miles. We had a couple of canoes roll a couple times, got a little crazy. There was a Boy Scout pack in front of us. They actually lost their canoe. It was impaled on a rock. They couldn't get off. Derek and Michael took that canoe down, helped those guys out. We actually even found some paddles along the way. As far as me and Joe, we did stay in a canoe. We didn't roll once this year. So some great communication, got right down that water, no problem. But what a day in God's country right now. I wish you guys could see the sunsets behind me. Maybe you'll see some photographs in the future, but let me tell you, absolutely pristine, beautiful, clean water, and it's as hot as it has been this year on the Allagash. So it's been like around 80 degrees, 82 degrees. The water's about 71. We're actually running very high this year, about 1,500 to maybe even like 1,800. So moving fast. So not as many rocks, but when you're moving that fast, really tough to maneuver. We did make it down 15 miles in probably about 4 hours, maybe 3.5. So we're at camp early. The first time we ever had a chance to like bathe and have a good time and set up and get lunch and be up here in a beautiful spot. This is the penthouse. There's a penthouse suite right here at Ledges in the Allagash, and I believe this is one of the best sites to stay at. So if you do get a chance to come up here in Maine and you do the Allagash, try to stay at Ledges. And then I got some buddies. I think they're funny, so paddle faster. I hear banjos. Really? Really? Banjos. Cut.
Finally, after years of badgering, complaining, we can't make it, we gotta go, pack your gear, get up, move, jump, skip. We finally made the waterfall, the thing that makes it all happen. The beauty, the rage, the power of water. I mean, imagine if you had 2 feet of water that could sweep you away. Could you imagine? You're in a canoe, it's the 1800s, you're pushing logs down to make a living, and you come upon these falls, and imagine if you didn't get out of your canoe. Huh? Imagine if you were just like sleeping at the wheel. And they have a second off jump too, just before the falls. But if you don't make that, I don't know. I don't know if it's running low and there's a lot of rock showing. That could be bad. Or even if it's running high, I think that water has a lot of power. So it's not some place you want to be. Pay attention to the signs. They're right there. Don't wait to the second exit where you're going to kind of jump off real quick. Get off at the first exit. If anything, you can take your canoe down to the last exit that goes out and spend a little less time trudging through the actual trail to get to the other side of the falls. But again, just the pristine nature, the colors, the detail, the power of the falls. I mean, it's beautiful. Think about it. You're out there in God's country, man. Let me tell you, it is better than any TV that you can buy at Best Buy. When you're out there and you actually see it firsthand, you smell the fresh air, you get that mist that comes down off the waterfall, you get those stories that you can only get when you have those really cool experiences. And when you share it between maybe a couple different people, it's something you guys remember for a lifetime. So it's that shared camaraderie that's built and just those conversations that stick with you, even during the tough times. You know, when you're trying to get through and life isn't so pretty, you say, hey, remember that time on the Allagash? Yeah, and you can be that guy to bring it up in conversation. You know, when you go out with your friends and people say, well, how did your week go? And you're like, well, I might need another vacation from my vacation because you're exhausted beyond belief. But, again, anything tough to me, and I think to my friends too, is worth doing. So the next year when we went, my friends actually gave me a half an hour at the falls. Outside of eating time and portage time and doing all this, they actually gave me a half an hour where I could sit around, take my time with the video, walk up and down the falls, and really get some great imagery, some wide angle shots, that really explore the visual that you see. So when you have a standard camera and you're looking at like a little, screen, that's one thing. But a nice super wide lens, taking a look at the whole area, gorgeous. A little buggy, the waterfalls are buggy, but to me, worth it.
The rabbit, enjoying life, 15 years strong, coming down here, seeing what's up, and you know what? Nothing changes, man. The earth doesn't change. I love it. I love it. I love it here, man.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. I'm getting in bikini shape.
Absolutely.
Another crazy day in Mexico here, people. Just trying to live the dream. Yeah, gonna jump in the water, do some swimming, take a walk along the coast here. Bunch of different little, funky restaurants and beautiful sand. The water today is crystal clear. And we're looking at temps probably like around 85, 90 degrees. Really just trying to break it all in right now. Got to get a nice little fruit drink. Get a nice little Caesar salad, maybe with some chicken or some maybe shrimp. Because the seafood down here is unbelievable, Oh, look at that. Waves coming in hot. All right, well, I better put this back in the case. I don't want to get it lost. And let's see what we got. Coming up with some nice fishing boats here. I really don't have to talk too much. I should just let the images speak for themselves. That's a nasty habit I have of mine, is just talking over something when I really don't need to. So let me get you down deep. I don't know what you're gonna hit.
So people always ask me, what would I rather be doing? Skiing up in the mountains? Maybe going to Mexico under a nice little sombrero? Having a taco with maybe some delicious beer? Well, no. I would rather be stuck in the wilderness, rationing my food, dragging around a canoe with a bunch of guys. Like, yeah, just dudes. And when you hang out with dudes for like a whole week, it gets a little itchy. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, are you kidding me? Let's go take a look at this silliness going on down here in the Magic Hour.
So think about it, people. Would you rather be in Mexico on a wonderful beach, I don't know, maybe skiing up in the mountains, doing some really cool, fun, exciting stuff, or, hey, I've done stuff that's actually tougher, like getting punched in the face multiple times. That's always a treat, and I did that for almost a decade. But again, Allagash, I think, wins. Take a look.
And it just stops at the city. I grew up in the same house. Yeah. For all intents and purposes. Have you been? That's all. Very small.
So yeah, that's fun, getting punched in the face. But you can see how slow that person's moving, or actually Banana, how slow he's moving. Very much in control of his punches and his kicks, putting his combinations together, practicing, and really not hurting you, because he's a trained professional. But things like that, or let's say maybe you enjoy Muay Thai training. That's fun.
Hands back to the face, bro. Yep. Snap. Loose up the shoulders. Yeah. Right in, right out. Yeah, right in, right out. Don't jump. Okay. My toes. Pop. If you jump in, you can't get out of the pocket on time. Okay. So if you use your toes in and out, you get right in and out, okay? Yep.
Yeah, and these guys are super professional, but as you can see, they're not going to let you sit there and slack off. They're going to say, listen, pop in with your combinations. Always get in, get out. The little mechanics of it, how you move your body, the speed, the return of the punch, all that stuff. Just hours and hours chiseling away at getting better and better at just about anything. And, you know, canoeing's no different. It's always you got to put the work in. You got to work with people that know what they're doing and instruct you to get beyond those hurdles that you'll have. And yeah, it's way harder than, let's say, the Allagash. But again, it's all about time. The time that you choose to add to activities, entertainment, you know, relaxation, all those things are measured only by you and what you choose. So I guess that's it in life. It's things that we choose, people that we choose to be with, and the amount of time that we have. It is not infinite. You have to pick and choose. And in life, that's what makes all the difference in the end. So again, if it blows your hair back, if you like getting crazy out in the wilderness and hanging out with your friends that I hope you like, I recommend the Allagash. And until next time, party on, boys.
Fun? A little something different? Yeah? It was slick.
Right? You know, humping the crap back and forth.
So it was pretty easy when they showed you how to do it. You know, you just got to be careful.
Yeah, just watch your footing.
Yeah. A lot of upper body strength to hold that canoe when it's trying to go down there.
Upper body.
Yeah.
Got to use legs. Try not to use your back.
Yeah. And what do you think of day 2 on the Allagash? Day 2, a pretty good trip so far.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Shortage of water over here.
Our canoe is like a jet ski canoe. I mean, it's just real powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we really lay into it, we start actually almost hydroplaning.
There it is, bro.
Yeah.
So we got skills.
It's amazing.
Oh, not right. All right, man. Talk soon.